If you ask someone what they need to do, they will probably be able to tell you. However, when you ask them how they are going to do it, they will probably give you a vague answer. Most people know what they need to do, but they just do not know the steps to accomplish it. If you do not know where you want to be, then what does it matter where you go? What if I told you that you've been selected for a game show, where the objective is to find a briefcase containing $100,000 cash located somewhere in the city? The only clue you get is this: the briefcase is located in a room of a building. Also, all the time and expenses finding the briefcase is 100% on you. The network would not reimburse you. Would you want to participate in this game show? Think about it. Would you? Any sane person would decline the game show since the chances of you finding the briefcase is improbable. The average person gives themselves little to no direction when it comes to life. Just like the game show scenario, the average person gives themselves the same kind of directions. I want to be happy. I want to be rich. I want that promotion and raise. I need to lose weight. I want to be better at something. Everyone wants to be happy, successful, and rich. But how many people actually thought about what being happy, successful, and rich actually mean to them? Having $1 million in the bank would be considered rich to an average person. But to a decamillionaire or billionaire, it can mean being poor. Someone may be happy doing nothing and watching TV all day. But to another person, that might be an absolute nightmare. Successful to one person may be reaching an executive position in a Fortune 100 company. But to another, it could just mean being needed and having time for their family and other personal pursuits. How many times have you heard, I want to be rich versus I want to have $500,000 in my bank account when I'm 40 years old? Or I want to have a successful career versus I want to be in a management position by 27, director position by 32, vice president position by 40, and executive position by 45. Or the more common, I need to lose weight versus I need to lose 40 pounds within the next 6 months because I want to live longer and healthier for myself and everyone around me. Whenever we give ourselves poor directions to reaching our goals, the chances of accomplishing that goal is drastically reduced. In order to raise your chances of successfully reaching your goals, you need to set clearer, better, and smarter goals. In school, we were all taught to set goals in life. However, most of us were never taught how to set these goals. Sadly, many people still do not know how to set goals. Hopefully, by the end of this session, everyone will know how to properly set goals. I'm sure some of you have already heard of SMART goals, but I wanted to add my own 2 ingredients into the mix. For those who haven't heard of SMART goals, allow me to introduce you to the process. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. And now I'm going to add my own 2 ingredients to make it smarter: environment and review. Now for the importance of each letter and how it involves you and your goals. S. Specific. When you were in school, I'm sure you heard your classmates saying, I want to be a doctor, lawyer, music superstar, movie actor, star athlete, or whatever. As kids, we were never asked what kind of doctor, lawyer, music superstar, actor, or athlete we want to be. Think about it. There are many types of these things. Do you want to be a family doctor, surgeon, pediatrician, optometrist, or cardiologist? Do you want to be a trial lawyer, marriage lawyer, business lawyer, injury lawyer? Which basketball position will you play? What genre of movies will you act in? Growing up, most people never think about specifics. As we age, our dreams and goals change and start to fade. Why? Because we cannot see our goals anymore. The fog of life has shrouded our vision until it disappeared. Successful people never lost sight of where they want to be. Specifying a goal means to be able to describe your goal in a clear and convincing manner when asked about it. The most important person who should ask what your goals are should be yourself. Where do you want to be? Describe in great detail how you will look and feel when you accomplish your goals. If you can answer the 2 questions before, then you're taking the first step to specifying your goal. Example: instead of saying, I'm going to quit smoking, tell yourself this: I'm going to quit smoking within the next 6 months. I'm going to feel and breathe healthier, and my wallet will have a lot more money in it. My family and friends will be proud of me, and I'm going to be proud of myself. You have to be clear about what you want and what it would be like when you get it. Create an action plan, a step-by-step plan you will follow to achieve your goal. The most important thing about specifying your goal is making the task list, a to-do list. Only by taking action can you inch closer towards your goal. Going along with the quitting smoking example, I'm going to make an action plan for that goal. Number 1. Do research on different methods of how to quit smoking, such as cold turkey, nicotine patch, chewing gum, local peer or social groups. Number 2. Select a method that suits my lifestyle. Number 3. Get a calendar and mark the start date and milestones. Place the calendar somewhere visible at all times. The more in your face, the better. Number 4. Tell my friends and family that I'm trying to quit smoking and give them permission to do something about it if they see me smoking. Whether it is to hit me or make me pay a monetary amount, but always something physical since verbalization will never work. The objective is to clearly define your goal, explain the what, why, and how of your goal, and create an action plan to clearly mark out the path you will take towards your goal. M. Measurable. Life is a game of numbers. Numbers cannot tell who you are, but it can describe who you are. You are X years old. You have X amount in your bank account. Your car is worth X dollars. You have been in school for X years or your job for X years. Even if you do not like numbers or math, you cannot deny the fact that everything you are and everything you do can be broken down numerically. Having no measurement mark in your goal is like sailing without a GPS or a compass when you are in the middle of the ocean. There was a retirement and banking commercial where the question was, "What's your number?" regarding the monetary amount you need to retire the way you want to. In the commercial, people walked around with their specific number while others have gazillion. You need to set a numeric value to your goals. Some of you are probably thinking, my goal does not have any numerical value. Well, you are wrong. Everything is measurable, even things as subjective as beauty. Think about pageants and the score the contestants receive from the judges. I'm pretty sure we all have the goal of becoming rich, or the more specific, financially independent. But how many of us can define what rich is? A decamillionaire, a person who has more than $10 million worth of assets, might define rich as $1 billion and consider $1 million as being poor. Everyone is different, and all of your goals should be tailor-fitted to your lifestyle. When you can specifically measure what rich, successful, skinny, or fit, and everything else is, then you know where you stand between you and your goal. What are the numerical values I can associate with my goals? Example, you want to get fit and healthy for yourself and your future. After making an action plan and clearly specifying your goal, you have researched the body mass index, the BMI, and discovered that you are 40 pounds over the BMI normal weight of your height. Please keep in mind that the BMI may not be accurate towards your body type, but it is an excellent way to calculate weight averages and normalcy. You now know that you need to lose around 40 pounds to get in shape. The important thing is setting the numerical value into your goal. It gives you an accurate destination of where your goal is. Numerically, how can I break down this goal into manageable pieces? Setting milestones. You have to impose a numeric value towards your goal, but to make it more manageable, you should set milestones along the way. Continuing with the weight loss example, you can set milestones of 10 pounds until you reach your 40-pound goal. So instead of always keeping that big number of losing 40 pounds in mind, which could be extremely intimidating, you can break it down into smaller and more achievable portions. However, you must always keep in mind that the end goal is to lose 40 pounds. When you know the location of the X on the map and then map out your coordinates, you are on your way of finding your treasure. The objective is to specifically pinpoint the goal down to a numerical value. Having a numerical value allows you to physically see how far you have to go until your goal is accomplished. A numerical value also allows you to divide the goal into more manageable chunks. A. Attainable. Set yourself up for success, not failure. There are 3 types of people who audition for American Idol. Number 1, the hopefuls. These are the people with developing and great singing abilities who are hoping that Idol will be their breakout platform into a successful career in the music industry. Number 2, the trolls. These are the people with no talent and they know it, but they want to be on TV, so they do stupid and ridiculous things during their audition so they can get on when the show airs. Number 3, the frauds. These are the people with little to no singing abilities, but they think they are really good. So when the judges tell them that they are not good enough, they throw a tantrum. The frauds are always setting themselves up for failure because they have a false perception of their abilities. If you have seen the audition portions of Idol, you always hear the frauds saying something like, "You haven't heard the last of me? I don't care, the judges don't know what they're talking about." The saddest part is they actually believe that they can make it big with their abilities. Being smarter means to set a goal that is attainable and realistic based on your abilities and lifestyle, not someone else's. Oftentimes people try to emulate other people thinking they have what it takes. Personally, I have no musical talent. I cannot sing or play an instrument. There are tons of other things that I'm not good at, probably around 80% of activities I'm not above average in. However, there are some things I do very well. You have to accept what you are good at and what you are bad at. I cannot speak for you because I am not you. You should always have the I am limitless mentality, but remember that you are only human. It is not wise to go chasing after something that is beyond your abilities, so to speak. Am I willing and capable of investing the time and resources for this goal? This is the question you must answer for yourself honestly. Many people do not have the commitment and, most importantly, the will to stick to their goals. To make an attainable goal, you must be willing to accept the terms of agreement that you have made for yourself. In the popular weight loss reality show, The Biggest Loser, contestants can lose up to 40 pounds within the first month in The Biggest Loser ranch. This is an incredible feat, but you must take into consideration that the contestants are dieting and working out all day and every day on the show. In the real world, if someone who watches the show set a goal of 40 pounds within a month, it is extremely unlikely that they will achieve it. 10 pounds a week is a lot to lose on top of doing the daily routines such as school, work, kids, etc. A non-contestant does not have the lifestyle as someone on the ranch. You must be mindful of not only your abilities, but your lifestyle when it comes to being realistic about your goals. Setting an attainable goal is important because I'm sure everyone has failed to reach a goal before. It is very discouraging to fail at something. Think about New Year resolutions. Probably about 90% of people do not keep their resolutions. Most people will probably never even make one because they know they will fail. Some people do not set goals in life because they fear failing to achieve it. People might not admit it, but that's the cold and honest truth. In order to negate this fear, you can set smaller and more attainable goals to get into the rhythm of achieving your plans and goals. Start with something simple like packing lunch instead of buying lunch for the next week, or not buying more than a cup of coffee a day for a week. If you have lost the self-confidence in yourself, you must do little things to re-establish it. You must get to know yourself and your capabilities, then start setting bigger and more important goals that might change your life completely. The objective is to assure that you are not setting yourself up for failure by setting an unattainable goal. And to verify that you are willing and capable of achieving the goal, always try to maximize your chances of success.